Well, hello there. Trying to get my other camera froze up. They're sending me a replacement. So I'll have to use the old camera until then. I'm gonna laser something. I'm making I don't know, a snack tray, but it's not lined up right. So I need move it just a wee bit. There, that looks better. Now let's get the camera over here. Pop it out where we can watch. There we go. Now let's go home. Let's frame it, make sure it's good. That looks good. Start. Gonna take a while, so gotta do some other stuff. Hillbilly Scavenger. Hey, that's a good name. I like that name. Who is that? Hmm. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. So, what do we do in the meantime? Oh, you want to see my new revolver? See what it looks like under the scope. I don't want to take it out of the case. I guess I can. It's mine. I can do whatever I want, can't I? There was a radar indicated one about 20 miles north of here. We'll put that on there. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty good. Let's pull the scope up. Oh, isn't that pretty? Number 1053. Hello, Invisible River Ranch. You like my new revolver? I can't figure out how to load it. 2 ounces. Yeah, I like that one. I've also got an unopened colorized Batarang now too. I'm gonna be putting that up in one of the races with a upgrade on it. That's the word I'm looking for, isn't it? Let's see here. Hey, that's me. You can see. Whoop, I went the wrong way. You can see the laser going back there. Probably should turn the ventilation on. It gets too loud. Nah. Oh yeah, we could do that too. Now, I need to clean is what I need to do, but yeah. Yes, I could. There. Put up my new flag. Let's see here. That'll go good back there, won't it? Gotta put that up on the wall. Okay. So what do we want to do? We want to look at stuff? Or do we want to do music? Or do we want to design our next laser? Ooh. I can show you what I've got planned. I've already done a couple of them. Like 142 of them. Whoop. So one of the Arkansas State University, ASU, Jonesboro, they got a nursing program, and they wanted to had little bags, gift bags for the graduates of the, I guess, I don't know, I guess OTA. There it is. So we made these little key rings, and then we put each one of the students' names on the back of it. This was a forgot to change the name, so I ended up with two of these. I'm gonna sand it off and redo it. But what I've done is I've got a whole bunch of these extras, so I'm gonna start putting channel logos on them, like for mainly Raven, Rob, stuff like that. Just take it and burn their logo on one side, and then I don't know, put their name or channel or something on the other side. Send them to them as a surprise. Can't be much of a surprise though, because I'm actually going to have to contact them to get their mailing address. Because I think, well, I guess I could send it to the post office box that it comes from when they ship me stuff. Somebody's wanting to know the same thing, asking if we got blown away. I saw the answer. How do you spell that? You're a printer? Like a print printer? Or a 3D printer? Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I used to do that back 30 years ago, back when computers were just barely being started to be used for typesetting. Trying to remember what the name of the software was we first run. Oh, nice. That's an old one. What was the name of that software that you had to have the Pantone colors and all that in it if you're going to be doing color? Am I saying that right? It wasn't it Pantone? You get as old as I am, you've done a whole bunch of stuff and you forget a lot of it. So there we go. Yeah, I've got some new toys. I say toys. Here, let's tilt this down a little bit. I got a gold and platinum testing kit with all the chemicals and everything. My wife's going to start getting old jewelry and stuff at garage sales and flea markets and stuff, and we're going to start testing them and then melting them down to get the gold out of them. I may do chemistry on it, use chemicals on it though. Letterhead, yeah. Beto! Man, I tell you what, we may end up with running our own stuff in here tonight. I just was bored sitting here by myself doing this stuff, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna turn it on and see what kind of trouble we can get into. And then I got me a couple of I got a diamond tester and a moissanite tester. One of the you put it on the deal, and so that's going to help see if we need to pull some stones out of some of that jewelry she gets. Hello, hello. Oh, I've got a good exhaust. Well, if you can see on the picture here, let's go back to the screen. See the two holes on the right, and then there's one hole on the left with it's a dryer vent adapter is what it is. The two on the right are the intake, and the one on the left goes into an inline fan that squirts it out the window. All I gotta do is shut the lid, and it ventilates real good. I built that box myself. That's why it looks like homemade soap. Hey, Jimmy. Oh, you know, it's we ought to have refreshments. I got robin's eggs. We can pass those out. Backwoods exhaust. That's right. I got a backwoods exhaust too. I had some beans for lunch, some for supper. I mean, we got catfish. Yeah. Dink. Yeah, and I'm waiting tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'll get my blank boxes in because I'm making some more. So I've got my first. Somebody, I'm not even ready to start doing it yet, really, but somebody asked about these. I'm showing it in the little box. That's the box. It's a laser whatever you want on it, and it comes with 120 of these capsules that have the foam in it, engraved with whatever you want on the top, like that. I've got one of them with my wife's portrait on it. I took a photo of her up by a waterfall and burned it on it. And I'm gonna do the whole thing. The box by itself, if you go on Amazon, I can link you. You can get that thing for $39.99. So for $40, you can get the box, and then you figure in tax and shipping, and then the time it takes me about 2 to 3 hours, closer to 3, to design it, get it laid out, get it tested on a blank piece of wood, and then throw it on there and burn it. So we're doing them for $84.95. Yeah, it's 1 ounce. It's the capsules I use for my rounds and my Morgans, and because the little foam things in here, like here's one of them there that's full size that come right out of it. And so if you've got a dime, you just go in here and you pull the middle out and you can put a dime in it. And if you want a quarter or a $half, and this is for a round right there. Let's see, I've got 3 of them, and the oldest one I've got is pushing 3 years old. Oh no. I've since the pandemic started, I've not gotten any of them. So that would be 2 right there. So yeah, 3 to 4 years on all of them. And they will eventually wear out because the lasers degrade on them. Yeah, don't do PVC. It's unless you've got some really good ventilation that can keep the fumes out of your equipment, because it will corrode that equipment up, including your lungs if you get them in that equipment. So yeah, you don't want to do PVC. And I had gotten a bunch of old albums, LPs, and was going to cut out of there, and that vinyl in albums will do that too. Oh, you talking about no PVC? Yeah, you don't want PVC in the coin holder. Yeah, these are good coin grade capsules. So Mylar, is that what? I know the flips I get are Mylar, but yeah, these are pretty good deal. 120 capsules, and then the box, and then it customized. But yeah, I got an email from one of our channel regulars in all of the channels that I'm in, saying that he wanted to get one for his wife. So we're doing that for anniversary present. Yeah, PVC is no good. It's no good at all. Man, this is going pretty fast. Let's see. Well, no, it's almost 10% done, and it's 13 minutes, 14 minutes. It'd be about 15 minutes at 10%. That'd be 150 minutes for 100%, wouldn't it? Or am I wrong there? Probably am. Who is we? Um, I am using the royal we. We is my wife and I. We design stuff. This, I'm a matter of fact, I'm making this for my wife. You want to see what the final design's going to look like? I can just move this out of the way for a second. That's what I'm making right there. Happy Mother's Day. Just a nice generic one because I'm not sure who she wants to give it to. This is not my present to her. This is me giving it to her for either her sister or her mom. Her sister because year before last her husband died, and then less than a month later her daughter died, her only daughter. So Mother's Day kind of sucks for her. Oh, who is it? Your company? Oh, that's one thing I like about Discord is everybody can talk. My company, yes. I've got Ronin Creative. I'm waiting on my sales tax number, sales tax ID, so that I can start selling stuff with, because I'm gonna have to charge sales tax on stuff here in the state, minimum here in the state. I gotta stay legal. But yeah, I've got the background company, and then recording studios just for a tax write off. I don't charge anybody to use my recording studio. Um, and I've never sold anything in the past. I've always worked on the equipment and worked for the companies that make the equipment. But everybody keeps telling me that I need to sell some of this stuff. And my wife, she is a genius when it comes to like flower arrangements, packages, like gift bags and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Ronin. Yeah, there's a story about that. My first software company was Electric Dreams. Well, the Electric Dream Team, and there was a local neurologist here in town. He wanted to start a company and make some medical software. And I told him we could do that. And he said, well, why don't we just work for other people too? And we can all make money. And I said, oh, sounds good. So he had me and three other guys quit our jobs. I was going to run the place. The other guys, their jobs were like at Pizza Hut because they had just gotten out of college. And we started working on stuff. Went by and picked up a couple of laptops from him, and a couple of printers just for a couple of guys that needed stuff. And went in. I got everybody's paychecks. Going to be paid every 2 weeks. Went back in the next time to get the second paycheck, and he said, "I'm not going to pay y'all till y'all start making something. We got to be profitable before I can pay you." I was like, "Dude, there's no company out there that you could be profitable after 2 weeks." And so we put a mechanics lien on the equipment and took him to court and sued him. We won. He promptly filed bankruptcy, and we got enough money out of him to pay the attorneys. And so we ended up with four of us sitting there with nothing, with our own company now. So I just watched the movie 47 Ronin, and I was always a fan of the story of the 47 Ronin. And I got to thinking, we were masterless samurai working for the highest bidder. So, yeah, that put me having to basically support those guys. And after about a year of it, people wanted me because I had the experience, I had the portfolio. They didn't want the college kids working on their stuff. So that's the samurai part of the hillbilly samurai, and that's the Ronin part of the Ronin for my business names. I finally just had to tell the guys, I said, listen, I said, I can't keep supporting you. I said, I'm out there doing the work and then sending y'all money to pay your bills, and y'all are not doing anything. You need to go find a job. So, yeah. Oh, it's a long, strange trip. Oh, yeah. See, on September 10th, right before 9/11, 99% of my income came from the travel incentive industry. You remember the friends and family program with AT&T where you could refer a friend and get a $100 air check that gives you $100 off your next airline ticket, or a buy one get one free airline ticket? I think Sprint had the buy one get one free. AT&T, Charles Schwab ran them. AOL was a client. 63 Fortune 500 companies used my software. I wrote the software that ran all those. So I'm sitting there on 9/11 going, uh-oh, because on 9/12, no one wanted to give away airline tickets as an incentive to buy something. The only thing that got me through it was the fact that those the air checks that they were giving out were, I look happy. Oh, yeah, I look frozen up there. This stupid Elgato. Yeah, they're replacing it though. But yeah, nobody wanted to give away travel incentives. So that's when I decided, I might want to diversify. Well, it saved me. Each one of those air checks was good for 18 months. So if they didn't keep paying me, then they would be bad and they would lose all this business in the future after everything died down. So I got my minimum, which was pretty good because they didn't want to buy the software. They just wanted to pay me monthly to use my software. Trust me, in the next few weeks after that, they were trying to buy the software from me so they didn't have to pay me each month. It was, well, I still own a domain called redeemmycertificate.com. Yeah, we would send out the coupons, and I've done incentive programs and coupons and stuff like that for both brick and mortar and internet and hybrid, to where you could go into a furniture store and on the bottom of your invoice or your receipt or whatever, it had little tear off cards that you could give to a friend, and if they come in there and bought something, you would get the reward for it. And yeah, my software processed all of that. And my design people would design their marketing campaigns. So it's kind of fun. They still it was owned by Lifestyle. Well, Lifestyle Vacation Incentives was the name of the company that provided the air, and it was a division of Thomas Cook. Of course, they're defunct now. And Thomas Cook was the oldest travel agency in existence at the time. So, trying to remember one of the H.G. Wells.
Someone was detected at your porch.
Someone was detected at your porch. I bet it's that cat. Yep, there's a cat on the porch. Yeah. It was fun, but kind of scary when, you basically are lose 99% of your income. Well, I didn't, but potentially could have. Yeah, I used to write material requirements planning, MRP software, roll up bill of materials to tell when you needed to order your raw goods for your assemblies and everything. So, oh yeah, for the last 30 something, I'd have to sit down and figure it out, but over 3 decades, I've been self employed. So it's, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fun. It gets scary at times because you don't have any kind of parachute, it's only you. Doing entertainment. Yeah, I've been told I'm entertaining. Somebody told me the other day, they said, "You're funny." I said, "Yeah, but looks aren't everything." Entertainment services. Hey, sound systems and stuff like that too. Do you have a link? Oh, only yours. My studio is portable. I can get the whole thing in the back of my Durango. You know what we ought to do? Well, if you lived closer, I got a lot of things that I've got in the works that I'm gonna need help with. But you've been studying my setup. It it changes a lot. I'm like my wife with the furniture in the living room. I'll use it for a couple of weeks and then say, HD video switcher. No, I don't. Um, I've got no, I've never really needed one. Oh yeah, I've got I'm running the two monitors here and then the big monitor up there, but it all runs off the HDMI up there and then the DV up down here. So now my son's got that because he streams Twitch, does gaming, and live streams the Twitch stuff, and so he's got a studio upstairs with all the lights and stuff that I don't have. He's been to Paris and Dubai and Toronto and all over the United States, Vegas, and likes playing games. Yeah, he does that. I'm more tech oriented than he. Well, I don't know. He's pretty. He built this computer for me. This nice little. Let me put that there. Whoop, wrong one. This one. First desktop computer that I've had in decades. Um, I always been with. Oh yeah. Well, that one. I got a Elgato face cam. I'd been waiting and waiting and waiting. Well, it's not. I got to spend about an hour on the phone last night with their tech support, and it's a bad camera because none of my other cameras freeze up, but it freezes up no matter what software it's in. And I even took everything off of that, even the hard drives and everything, and all I had was a keyboard and the camera on there, and it still froze up. So they gave me a return authorization for it, and while I was talking to him, I got an email in that said that the Facecam Pro that I had been waiting on was back in stock. So I told him, just give me a refund on this, and I'll just order the Facecam Pro. Near as I can tell, the USB chip in the camera, the communications chip, is weak. It works for a while, and then as it starts heating up, it starts throwing garbage. And when it does, it loses the USB connection, and then that makes it freeze. So usually I can unplug it. Yeah, that's what my son's got, one of the Sony mirrorless. I do too, but I've got older ones that you can't use without having all of the camera stuff on it, the ISO and aperture and all that stuff on it. Um, yeah, that's why he got. Well, I don't think it's a 6,000 or something, or after the. I've got the Sony the A7 and the A77 and the A550 and the A55. So all of the ones I've got were really before the E mount even came out. They're all the old A mount. And I like that because the reason I got it was I've learned on the old Minolta SRT 201, and Sony bought Minolta. So all of the old Minolta Maxim lenses just snap right on and work perfectly with them. And so you can find, I got a beautiful 50 millimeter prime that would normally cost $400 or $500 if you bought it new. I got it for $10 at a flea market. Picture in picture for the cat. Hey, Jimmy, thank you very much. We're just chatting and watching me make stuff for my wife.
Someone was detected at your porch.
There's that stupid cat again. That's the neighbor's cat. Our cat's inside. We've had to. I told my wife we can't get any more, but now my son's wanting one of those Scottish folds, and she's wanting a Maine lynx. Is that what they're called? Those great old big cats. I don't think ours can get in the heat because it's almost as old as I am. She's Stella. Yeah, that's what my wife's wanting. I already had my part. See, when I ever since I was a kid and saw the bad guy on the James Bond movie that had the white Persian in his lap while he was planning all his evil deeds, I always wanted one of the white Persians. So I ended up getting one of those. Turned out I got a deaf one, even though he did not have the blue eyes, which they said was pretty rare. You know how much fun it is to sneak up on a deaf cat? It's fun. I called him Pixel. Yeah, we come up with some unusual names. We had two cats that were born from one of our mamas. We named them Rhythm and Blues. Had one named Merchandise. Hi, Paul. Yeah, the white cats with blue eyes have a higher rate of deafness than, um, well, rest, almond eyes or brown eyes or whatever other color they have. I told someone the other day that I would work on my Stream Deck stuff and record it, because they're wanting to learn how to do a few things. Because I've got, oh, why don't we do that a little bit? Do y'all use Stream Decks? Oh, Bumble. Yeah, Bumble's bounce. Hey, Paul, we need to make you a moderator so that you can. There, now you can post links if you need to. Flying Screaming Banshee. I thought Bumbles bounced. I know Tigger's bounce. Oh, hey, I had a pet raccoon that would too. It would attack everybody but me. And it hated my grandmother. It would, but one time I went down the middle of the night, walked down. This is before I got married. I was still in high school, or right after. Walked down the stairs, went to the bathroom, sat down. Didn't even turn the light on. It just sat down on the commode to poop. My mom had this wicker thing over the commode, to put stuff in. That sorry thing had hid up there. And when I waited till I just got started and jumped off there onto my head, grabbed me by the eyebrows and started going, it scared the crap out of me. So, well, I appreciate you coming by. I've just started within the last month or so, started building this one up, or doing more content and everything. And I thought, yeah, best way to make content is when you're doing something, record it. Yeah. But I've spent years helping other people. Well, I mean, if you've seen me in a channel, you see that I try to help wherever I can. I did get I got my new Morgan in today. I was more excited about that pistol. Well, not more, I guess, but here, let's put this under the scope. Scope. I wonder if that'll do it without me having to take it out. Isn't that pretty? That is, and the cartwheeling on it is amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty laid back. And that's a beautiful Morgan. I think that's low mint state. No, I actually got this one from See Happy Chappy. The one I got from Raven is right. Where'd you go? Uh-oh. Don't tell me. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Wrong aisle. Going from column A and column B. See here. Okay. Oh, there it is. 1898. Oh. There we go. It's got a little more chatter on the cheek. Oh, you got the EOS. Oh, that's the one you won the other day. Yeah. And then on the flip side, you can see the little O down there. This one I think is almost as good as the other one, but I think the other one's got it beat a little bit. Yeah, I told him that if he wants people to play that game, when the very first time he had that game up, the person won the big thing. But that was if he hadn't picked the one he did, all of the rest of them, that was the only one that had you got the EOS. And I told him, I said, listen, I said, even if there's like 4 of them that just say, you get the EOS, try again, you don't get anything extra. That, yeah, I mean, there's got to be an incentive to do it. You got to have more of a chance of getting something, or at least not losing anything. Yeah. I didn't have, I don't know. It's a good idea, but I just think that there should be you got to have the risk reward deal. If you're going to risk it, the reward needs to be at least as much as what you're risking. That's just my opinion. It's his string. and I support him 100%. I mean, shoot, I sent him a 3D printer. Yeah, you're laid back like I am, but I can see some people getting really upset over it because, well, I mean, life's too short to get bent out of shape over stuff. In my opinion, that's just my philosophy. Peanut silver. Well, yeah, on those the streams like that. Make sure it's. Well, it's gonna come out looking nice. Oh, I learned something. You want another thing? I've been playing the races and stuff. Oh, okay. I was in the Cash Money's stream last night. Won 3 in a row. So I got the 3 in a row challenge or whatever they had, and I got something from that. Oh, yeah. In wait, Robert Caldwell? Cool Britches. Robert Coolbrith or Robert Caldwell? Mainly dirt fishing. Oh no, this must be one that I've not been going to. No, that's a different one. I'll have to hook you. I have to go up and check that one out. I've been um, on the panel with MDF. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I've got this box here is just full of rounds and Morgans and peace dollars and stuff like that that I could yeah, stuff you like. But this is the stuff that I don't mind getting rid of, and so I've been running some of the races, host or paneling some of them. Oh, oh, me too, and that's why when I'm doing those races, I'll lay out. Well, last night I was putting 3 peace dollars and 3. I'm sorry, 2 peace dollars and 3 Morgans as choices for each run. And some fairly nice Morgans. Matter of fact, I put that one out there, but the ones that I didn't even have, I'm not putting a any kind of upgrade or anything on them. We got this 1896, which is, or I'm sorry, 1889. It's nice and toned. I think I got this one from Raven. And then there's the 1896. Knew I had an 1896. But these are not mint state coins here. But they're still Morgans, which that's what I look at. And then some peace dollars. And 23. But that way somebody's looking for them. Oh yeah, like I'm not going to get rid of this pistol I just got in. But I consider my silver my piggy bank or my savings account, whatever way you want to look at it. And I'm needing to get a I've got peripheral neuropathy, and so I can't feel my hose, and it's worked its way all the way up to my ankles right now, and it started affecting my fingers. And so they've got this device over here at the spine and whatever clinic that is supposed to reverse that, and my insurance won't pay for it. So I said, how much? And they said $8,000. But they're going to give me a little bit of a discount. It's going to be like $6,500 if I pay cash. So I'm selling stuff off because that's where my savings account is. Well, I've got a video I did the other day that's, I did it for the Premier Train, and it was called, But How Much Is It Worth? There's a difference between what something's worth and what its value is. The value of something would be exactly 0.77 of ounces multiplied by your spot price, and you get your basic value. What it's worth, though, is different for each person, because I've got a Morgan here that is I've carried it in my pocket for years. And my great granddad, when I was born in 1964, took this thing, uncirculated at the time, and he took a chisel and put a W in it for Wilson. Claude Wilson was my great granddad. That was his name. I'm the only one of the kids of my generation that still has the one that he gave. That is worth more than anyone would want to spend it. So the value on it would be really whatever they're selling for in the condition that it's in. You can actually get the value. Yeah, but the worth of that to me is a lot more than it would be to you. To you, it's just a call. Yeah. I say it's a call, but it's not really a bad looking. Matter of fact, I got it right here. You can see, let's pop that back over. See the W? And see, he didn't even do a real good job at it. He missed the first time and then had to see it's all mangled there. But that W is where he put his W in there for Wilson. See, it's a 1921. And evidently he had a whole case of these things back there. And anytime a kid would be born, he would take it, stamp it, and give it to the parents to give to the child. I'm the only one that still has one. And is that that's a Denver Mint. Yeah. This is the only year that Denver actually made Morgans. So yeah, I have owned, this has been my Morgan since the day I was born. And see, it's not in bad shape unless you consider somebody mangled it. But since it was my great granddad that did it, this thing is priceless to me. But some people don't really care that much about numismatic. They don't want to try to figure out, well, this one is worth this much. But if you've got one, you know what? I was wrong a while ago. If you remember, this is, or maybe I got more than one. I got this one from Raven too, because remember, it's got that toning right around the very edge of it. This 1886. This thing has a higher value on the market than the one, that 1921, that's got the big W on it. But to me, it's not worth as much. So, yeah. Right. You go to, matter of fact, I took a lot of this stuff in when I first found out that I was going to have to buy this device. I took a lot of my stuff down to a new local coin shop that's going in here. I probably won't go back because almost everything that he looked at was, well, that's been cleaned, or I'll give you spot for it. You know, I mean, yeah, that's why I'd rather get on here, run the races, and let people that I know will value the coins and the rounds better than that dealer would, and give them a chance. So yeah, it's business. I mean, I'm not knocking him. I mean, it's his job to make a profit. I don't mind him making a profit, but um, implying that I'm too stupid to know something that's been cleaned and something that hasn't. Now, there's some borderline stuff that I'm not sure of, but when I get a brand spanking new uh, half ounce of gold, half eagle from I got it from Tim's buddy up there. I mean Yankee Stacker Tim, the Tim's the coin shop up there. Bought it from him. I trust him not to sell me something that's not good. And I mean, he looks at it and he said, "Well, this has been cleaned." I said, It's a 2022. Why would somebody clean it?" Well, needless to say, I didn't sell it to him. Um, yeah, I did get 4 cents a piece for all of my wheat pennies, regardless of what shape they were in. He started going, "Well, I'll give you this much for these." I said, "No, no, 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 no. I've got, well, I had several $100s worth of them." I said, "You buy them as one lot or you don't buy them at all." Hey, you got to understand, every single one of them I got from coin roll hunting. So I got 1 cent a piece in them. So I quadrupled my money. Yep. So, you know, that's what I wanted for them because I didn't, people ask me why I look through pennies, and it's kind of calming to me, but two, I know that I'm always going to find. I mean, I think the least number of wheat cents I've found in a circulated box has been like 10, and I've found as many as 40 or 50 wheat cents in one box before. Um, and I know that I can just keep putting them aside, and then pretty soon I'll have enough to go down and make some pretty good money. But I really like the quarters and the half dollars because I've found. Well, I did selling my roll of West Point quarters for $10 a quarter. So that was a pretty good deal because I'd gotten every single one of them out of I gave a quarter a piece for it and got $10. And I had a little more than a roll. I had 43 of them. So ended up with $430 on that. Um, I've already gotten, I think, 8 or 9 of them since then. Yeah, I sold about $6,000 worth of stuff to him, but it was my choice of what to sell. Kind of like you were talking earlier, it's your choice. If I decide that I sold it to him too cheap, then it's only on me because I didn't have to sell it. I think I sold about maybe a little more than a tenth of what I've got now. I can't wait until I get into those bags that my mom's got. She's what she, Since I was in grade school, my mom was a bank teller, and she would keep her purse full of change. And anytime something come through her window that was silver, she would just replace it. They didn't care; they were fine with it. She's got some of those big uh, cloth bank bags, just loaded with them. Oh man, I couldn't. I'd have to insult somebody, not on purpose. Just laughing in their face is probably going to make them mad, though. but you never can tell what someone's gonna like or not. Let's see what we're looking at here. Yeah, I think that's gonna come out pretty good. Red. Here, we're gonna have to give there we go. You know, see what we're doing here? Whoops. The eagle has landed. There we go. Missed it. I'm making a thing for my wife. It's gonna be that when I'm done. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, when I first started doing the lasering, I would ruin probably for every one good piece I got, I'd ruin two others because I wouldn't get the settings right, and then I have to stop it and restart it, or it wouldn't burn light enough, but you can't get it lined right back up to burn over it again, so you'd have to redo it. So that's why when I first started it, when that first line went through there, I always look at the first line just to make sure it's burning the way I want it to. And it's different for every machine. I've got 3 different machines from the same company, and each of the 3 machines has its own idiosyncrasies. One of them burns a lot hotter than the others, and I don't even use it anymore because it's just too much. Oh yeah. And you can see that the surface that I've got it on is Montauk slate. It's basically floor material, and that's the way I protect from overshoots and cutting through the desk and stuff like that. An interesting note, this particular machine has got a circuit in it that will detect if the piece catches on fire. So it detects the flame. I designed that circuit. Ta-da! Gotta toot my own horn here. I'd gotten me one of their devices and was talking to them, and they were talking about getting some people to beta test. I told them I'd beta test. I've done it for a lot of companies. And I told them I worked on other stuff, and they were talking about wanting to add a flame detection circuit, but they couldn't tell the difference between the flame coming up on, like if it caught on fire, and the laser when it's actually burning across through there. And I said, well, like this. And so I pulled out this circuit that I had designed and built, and I put a propane torch in front of it, and it didn't go off. And then I just lit a stick of wood and put it in front of it, and the alarm went off on it. And he said, yeah, exactly like that. How'd you do that? So I told him, and I said, if you want, I'll help you get it in your machine there. And so they hired me for, I guess, about 6 months to come in and help them with some of the circuits and some of the firmware and stuff like that. Ended up sending me 3 more of the machines. So I gave the one that I'd paid for away, and the 3 that I've got here, I got just for exchange of services. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of that one because it's Ortur, Ortur, company over in China. But then they had me working on the firmware for their 3D printers. And so I'm working on it, and I get to a point where I need them to test it. So I send it to them, and crickets. Month goes by. So I send them a message, hey, have you not tested this yet? And they said, well, you're the only one working on that project. I went, dude, you don't pay me enough to do it for you. I will help you. And I said, when y'all test it and tell me that if it's where we need to be, then I'll work on it some more. Never heard from them again. But I did get 2 3D printers, 2 CNC machines, and 3 laser engravers out of the deal, plus some money. So I'm not going to complain. Plus, I'm no longer working for anybody from China, so not that I got anything against Chinese people, just the government. Yeah, it's got a sensor in it from China. Yeah, this is like watching paint dry, isn't it? CCP. Yep. PCP. Oh no. No, no. Okay. And then the other thing I do is this music. That's fun. Finally got my music studio. You ever gone over there? No, I've not ever been to China. I've been only two countries I've been to is the United States and Canada. I wrote the control software for Paperboard of Toronto for all their machines that monitors the thickness of the paper and all the different things like that, the chemicals. That was back in the late 90s. Unless you count California as a different country, because if you're from Arkansas, California is almost like going to a foreign country. Weird water coolers. What kind of weird water coolers? Farther? Oh, lag. Huh. How about that? Wonder why. They got like the filters and stuff in it. I've got this over here. Now, where'd it go? Oh, what I was going to say a while ago. I have figured out because someone in here was a good buddy and taught me how to do powder coating on wood with a laser. And so I've got all kinds of powder coat pigment, and I've been doing it. But man, it is touchy on the temperature. So you've got to get the settings just right. Like a college dorm. What, stinky socks everywhere? Hey, Paul, welcome back. Oh, really? Well, might be because some of the food. Some of that food's pretty rank, isn't it? Yeah. I think that's going to turn out pretty good. I probably could have gone a little bit faster too. I'm running at 80% power at 2,500 millimeters per minute. No, I just ordered it off Amazon. I haven't even gotten through this stuff yet. Um, I've been any spare minute where it's got daylight, I've been helping my son build a house. Yeah, if I didn't already have this, I'd already been and gotten it. I wish I'd known about it before. But yeah, it comes out in a wash. It works really good if you have it dialed in right. If you don't, it'll crisp and break out. Yeah. Matter of fact, last Saturday I was up in the rafters. As old and fat as I am, I was up in the rafters. Yeah, overcooked. Of a he's building a 2-story house, and we were putting the roof decking on it, and I was needing to get up there in the rafters so I could help him get some of it up from the inside. Crawling around up in there, I was so sore Sunday I could just barely move, and tomorrow we're going to be doing more of the same. Oh no, that's a good. Maybe I need to go by there and get some just to see if it acts the same. It might act different. I need to build me some. Oh, the other thing I'm going to be building is a automatic up and down, raise and lower for my scope, so that I can quit twisting the knobs on it to get it to go up and down. May be different because they probably have different formulas, kind of like the filament to go into 3D printers. It's not all the same. Even if it is the same, I bet you they're not the same quality control procedures, and some of them may be purer. What do we need to talk about on the scope? Pardon me. What, this one that I've got, the pluggable? Is the pluggable only a 2 megapixel? I would have thought it'd been more than that. Yeah, now I saw some of those too, and they were a few $100. The ones that I saw. My problem is getting the lighting just right. Huh. Matter of fact, I don't know how hard it'd be for me to get this visible, but I've already modified it quite a bit by putting it on this. About $200. Yeah, for what I'm doing. Yeah, regardless of which scope I get, to raise and lower it is still going to be a manual procedure unless I want to build something. I guess I could buy something. Huh. So it's got a wider angle. Yeah, but what I've got planned here is going to have software to run it, so I can just tell it from my computer. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about something like that, except of course 24 megapixel. It's got the camera down there and focus here. Because I've got this one too. I just like the other one better. And this one's got the remote and everything like that, but it doesn't let you raise and lower it. The remote only tells it to start videoing or. And I took the mount that came with this one and put the other camera on it. Regardless of what camera I get, I want a mount. And what I'm working on is the software. And So once I get them set for like the perfect place for $50 for the full size $50 to get it all on there, then I'll be able to just select the $50 on the screen on the computer, and it's going to go there, focus, and I don't have to even reach up to focus it. I'm thinking about even having the light, it's got the variable brightness on the light, having it set up to where I can control it also. Huh. Well, now, about as quick as I can, the quickest I can do it is, like, say, if we wanted to do penny, I can do that. And then I'm all the way down to about penny size. Yeah, I hated the mount that came with this pluggable one. That just flexible deal with a suction cup on it. That was kind of disappointing. They don't autofocus unless you make them autofocus. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like, well, you see the box that I'm running in. I mean, even though it's ugly, I kind of like making stuff. I used to do that a lot, and I still do a lot of them. I just don't stream it because, well, to tell you the truth, when I'm doing coin roll hunting, um, I'm down here doing this. I can't see the chat unless I keep my phone open right beside it, and I always get caught up in it and miss a question or something like that. And I'm just afraid I'm going to irritate people if they think I'm ignoring them when I'm not. It's hard to do more than one thing at once. You know, it's how Rob on Rob Finds Treasure, he's always got like Charlani there with him when he's going through the doing live searches. Or get my wife to come down here and tell me when someone asks it. Yeah. I redesigned my coin roll crimpers, by the way. They are, let me pull that up. Boink. Okay. And Shazam. Are we there yet? Screen. Where'd you go? There you are. Autodesk Fusion 360. I got some coin rolls, the blank coin rolls, the empty ones that were too thick. So it was smushing them up before it got to crimping them. So I decided that I was going to take, and let's like pull up the one for the, I don't know, $50. Let's pull $50 up. Okay. So that I added that it had a little bit of a bevel at the top, but not near what it is here. So I sculpted on down to where the bevel went a lot deeper and come out farther. so that it has more of a funnel to get it in there. Well, this size down here inside it, where the actual crimping is done, needs to stay pretty much the size that it is. It's just that when I went to try to push the paper down in there, it was not channeling it in the right way. So now that I've done this, works perfect. So yeah, these are, hey, you know what? Let's inspect this. Let's see, what do we want? Sectional analysis. There. Oops. Spin around. Spin around. There we go. So you can see it's got little tabs kind of in it. See right there? And that helps stress the paper to where it is, to where it rolls easier. And then it gets it rolling up in here, and that makes the curl right there. And then when you're done, just boop, pops it right back off. You like the hillbilly logo? That's actually the Japanese word for Ronin in the middle of it. Hey, quit it. Shoo. There we go. Yeah, that's the Ronin logo. Word, Japanese word for Ronin. But yeah, I where's my full set? Full set, full set. That's what I want right there. And I just went ahead and pulled each one of them up. I can turn them off. I made a case that fit them with a little friction pop off top. You can pop back on it. This is Merchants and Planners Bank logo. They wanted 40 sets of them, so I made them 40 sets. And they said, "Can we pay you for them?" I said, "Nope, I don't have a tax ID." I said, "But I tell you what, I will give you these. All I ask in exchange is anytime someone brings in a bunch of coins, you call me to see if I want to buy them." And a couple of weeks later, they called and they said some guy had brought in a whole bunch of coins. Would I like to come pick them up? Got over there, and that's when they had the 20 rolls of nickels. One of the rolls of nickels is the one with 148 Silver War nickels in one bundle of 10 rolls of nickels. I couldn't believe it. Matter of fact, it's the first video I did that I recorded for coins. And that's what made me decide to start putting stuff together and building the channel, because little things like that can get you in with a bank where they'll call you and say, "Hey, we got some more." Now, a lot of the time, matter of fact, I'd say more than half the time, it's someone that does what I do and there's nothing in it, Yeah, they didn't care to go to the coin store. No. So my wife says, "Why do we need so many bank accounts?" I said, "Well, it's not that we need them." I said, "It's just that I hate going into these banks and asking for coins if I don't have an account there." Oh yeah, exactly. And there's been other times when I've gotten rolls of, well, matter of fact, I got rolls of pennies that someone had done a collection dump. It had to have, because this thing had Indian heads in it that were obviously they had not been circulated much. So it's like someone had popped them out of a book and took them. Yeah, so I keep buying them because it's still money. It's not like I'm losing anything. The 2 boxes of halves that I did Monday were it was weird, because the first box I went in had 48 NIFCs. 46 of them were 2002s. There was only 2 NIFCs in it that weren't 2002s, and one of them was a 1987 Denver. That had to have been somebody's collection dump or a part of somebody's collection dump, because it did have quite a few silvers in it too. And I got 3 DDRs and a DDO and no FG, all in the first box. Second box didn't have squad in it. I mean, it had a few NIFCs, but that's it. But it's the reason I keep getting the halves. Most of them, there's not that much in them, but every once in a while you get one that is a barn burner. On my vape, oh, I don't do melts and pours. That's one of the things I'm wanting to do. I told my wife I wanted to get a furnace or a forge or something. She said, you can't afford a forge and a divorce. She says I've got too many hobbies. That's why on my little deal here, it says coin collecting, metal detecting, 3D printing, laser engraving, drone stuff, music. Yes, I have too many hobbies. Yeah, too many hobbies. My wife points that out to me a lot. I told her she's my favorite hobby. Now what I'm going to be doing, I've got a pretty good 3D scanner. Hey, Roger! Nothing's going to keep me out of trouble. Someone told me the other day, said, you better behave. I said, I always do. Sometimes better than others. Oh, that's right. Oh, and she loves jewelry. Okay. And her favorite type of jewelry is opal. And so for Christmas, I got her earrings. It's a matching set, earrings, necklace, and a ring that were all black opal. They're proud of that stuff. I wish I could look through rocks and find black opal like I find silver in these boxes of coins. I told her we could move to Australia for a while and dig in the heat and find us some opal. She said, no, I'll just let you buy it for me. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I don't want to turn around. I'm lazy. Oh, we're getting up into the white. If I don't have this set right, it's not going to be the same color burn or the same. Yeah, deep in the hole. And it looks like it's worked to get it out too. I watched that Outback Opal show. I mean, I do think it'd be fun though. Somebody say, "Where are you from? What's your address?" Coober Petey. That's the coolest name. I thought we had some cool names here. Coober Petey. Coober Petey? Cooter, not Cooter. Sorry. Coober. Yeah. But yeah. I would want to go up to Lightning Ridge where they've got the fire opals. I just think the fire opals look better. Yeah, there's no way to get in trouble up there much unless, well, guess there's always a way to get in trouble. Scrub brush and rocks and snakes and spiders. Yeah, I can handle cold better than I can hot. Oh, I need to make me some stickers too. Make me some stickers, make me all kinds of stuff. I'll tell you, one of the reasons I wanted to get a forge is I've always wanted to do Damascus. Yeah, Arizona is the closest thing we've got here to the outback. Oh. Yeah, I was actually gonna get a real forge and then just put me another burner inside something and make it. Thank you. That's my wife got me that for Christmas. That's going to come in pretty good, but I just noticed something that I didn't notice when I was making the graphic. If you look right in this area right here, there's a gap. And I bet you when I look on it, there's going to be something on my original image that didn't transfer over. Oh, well. Yep, there it is. You can see the hole right there. I missed that. See, that should have a stem that comes on down. And I missed it. But I bet nobody else notices it. Yeah, hybrid. Give me one of those great old big honking fuel tanks. Not really. I mean, I guess if I see, even if I used my wood burning thingies, hot irons, it's not going to come out the same as the laser does, because you see how black that is. Hard to get it like that with like a wood burning kit. I guess I could magic marker it. I'm just going to leave it like it is. I don't think anybody will notice. It's the imperfections that gives it character. And I've got a bunch of characters. Ziggy, shut up. Well, I could if I could get it lined up just right. Problem is, trying to get it lined up just right just to do that one bit, it's not even worth it. I'd spend more time than it'd be worth to just, hi, Mandy's Candy. Well, thank you. I'm making a Mother's Day present. I'm going to go ahead, in case you ever want to drop a link. There you go. Right. If I don't move it, I could run it again, but getting it to just burn that part that it didn't burn is where it would be hard to do. Because if I told it just burn the whole thing again with that part drawn back in, everything else but that part would now be twice as burnt, which means it's a little bit deeper, a little bit. I've tried fixing it. Now, the only thing I've been able to successfully do is, let's say there's something happened right now and it stopped. Then I can go in and tell it to run in reverse order and let it start at the top and work down. And when it gets to where it burned, I'll stop it. And that works great. But something that's right in the middle of it, it's just more of a headache than it's worth to fix. And regardless of how good these things are, they never will go exactly right on the same spot again. The tolerances in all of the equipment, unless you've got one of the multi-$1,000 one, is just not enough. I'm not going to say anything at all about women when there might be a women listening. I didn't stay married for 38. I've been 39 years coming this August by being that silly. Yeah. Yeah. Only so much you can do. So I learned early on there's only one rule to staying married. If you're in an argument with your wife and you find yourself winning, you stop and apologize immediately because being right has nothing to do with staying married. Yeah, that's right. Oh, rule number 2 helps, but it's not required. Rub her feet. That helps. Beating the stats. Yeah, and hey, if you consider that I turned 20 on August the 11th and we got married on August 24th. So 13 days after I turned 20, I was a married man. My wife was 17. Now, you figure that in, it's a miracle that we're still married after 38 years. Oh, do any of y'all use Stream Decks? I asked that earlier, but we got sidetracked. You didn't get married till 36? At 36, I had a 16-year-old kid. And it was I think he was 20 or 21 before he finally did the math and realized that I tried to explain to him that sometimes in their exuberance and all of the energy they have, a newlywed couple can get done in 7 months what it normally takes 9 months to do, just from the sheer excitement and joy of being married. He didn't buy it. Thank you for your service. Oh, you feel like you threw yourself on a grenade for everybody else. Like a scrubbing bubble. We work hard, so you don't have to. Well, my brother has been married 3 times, and my niece that she just started college. He never married her mom, but they're still together. I told him one time, I said, hell, maybe it's you. That didn't get me any points. That's it. There's a song, 100 Things Every Man Should Know Before They Die. You ought to look it up and listen to it. It's hilarious. One of them's you can't negotiate with a kidney stone. Wow. 15. Yeah, but I only got to be a non-teenager for 13 days before I was married. I'm going to tell you right now, I've got a 6-year-old granddaughter that is hell on my back and knees and everything else. Only bloomer. Early bloomer. Oh, okay. I thought it said only bloomer, and I'm like, only bloomer. I'm missing something here. Yeah, I'm. You try to keep up with a 6-year-old that my youngest son, her uncle told her the other day that she was either going to turn out to be a doctor or a serial killer because she is too fascinated by injuries and wounds and stuff like that. Oh, hey, I told my wife this very day that she's my kind of crazy. And she got a double helping. But anyway, double scoop on her. And I'll tell you something else that might impress you even more. These 30 something years that I've been self employed, my wife has helped me. So we're around each other 24/7. I work from a home office and she doesn't, well, she works helping me. So there's not too many marriages that are strong enough to take being around each other 24/7. Matter of fact, I would normally be up there watching Gold Rush and some other stuff with her tonight, but she's coming down with a cold and wanted to go to sleep early. So I come down here to clean a little, work a little, play a little, whatever we wanted to do. I might even move a treasure chest. Yeah, I got a treasure chest right here. Put this over here. Ah. That come through okay, didn't it? Hey, you got to have a little bit of crazy in there, or you'll go crazy. Wait, a little bit redundant there, wasn't it? Let's see. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's do that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of, oh, no, I don't want to get rid of that. I want to pull that back up. Pull it up. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to pop this up, though. Let me get this back down into tune because there, now we'll save it. And let's make a new one. New project. FX. Where is Restream? There we go. And that should, well, I don't have an instrument. I don't have an instrument. What did you say? A new piano? No, I don't have a new piano. I've got some new software. Hey, American Eagle Harder. I know you. Let's see here. Do that so you can throw your links in the channel. I'm lazy. I don't like putting other people's links in there when they can do it themselves. Yeah. Got new software and some new instruments and upgraded stuff. So, I'm thinking about. I've had this song kind of going around in my head, or a tune. I was thinking about doing something with it, but let's throw an instrument on here. Arm it. Throw it down here to the complete control. And yeah, complete control. Yeah, I'm going to do this. There we go. Oh, that'd probably look better big, wouldn't it? Let's see. There. Oh, I've actually got to pick an instrument. Do we want organ or piano or synth? The StreamYard. Which StreamYard stuff? Now, I've been using StreamYard with mainly and the others. I'm going to be on the All-Star panel Monday with Cash Money and them. Um, Here, let me grab this real fast. Let's see here. Violins? No. Let's see. Now, if I do this, I need to put the headphones on. There we go. And turn off the sound system. There we go. No, only thing I've done with the StreamYard is it doesn't have as much functionality that I want as the Streamlabs desktop does. Unless you want to pay a lot of money for it, and I'd rather not do that when this seems to be doing what I want it to do now. So that when I want to that's a little hot, isn't it? Let's back that up a little. Now I can see why you said the wife doesn't want you having any more hobbies. No, you're thinking of me. Yeah, when I said she told me I couldn't afford another hobby and a divorce. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. I've got to make this receive send. There we go. Local broadcast. Better? What kind of music do y'all like? Oh, what I was doing a minute ago was well, yeah, we're going to need to go to a better keyboard. Let's give something grandeur. Oh, I don't like that jazz that sounds like they shoved the instruments down the stairs and record it. That's nasty. But yeah, that was Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes or Merry Medleys? One or the other. Yeah, Looney Tunes. That's it. Well, hey, we could play Name That Tune. Something the Blues Brothers would do. Sound cuts out, so for Raven's song, maybe well, it's going directly into it, but I'll probably need to cut it down some. Oh, noise reduction. It's cutting it out because of the noise reduction. that better? Okay. Yeah, I have to turn off noise cancellation. And that is, let's see here. Let's just remove that one. Well, I'm not using I'm using the Streamlabs desktop. I wonder if I can switch this over to StreamYard. Let's see if we can. Let's see here. I'll let you watch. There we go. Screen. So, create. That's what I was thinking, but I can go ahead and get it almost. Okay, live stream, studio. YouTube channel. Hillbilly Samurai. Okay. Title. Goofing off on a Friday night. I didn't spell Friday wrong. Right. Just goofing off. Come join us. We've fallen to pieces. Public. Create broadcast. Now, if this knocks us off, you may have to just come back in. Your browser can't access your devices. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop the stream and start it back up under StreamYard. Well, no, I mean I can't start the camera. Enter without the mic and cam. Okay. So it says you're not part of the stream. Until I can add my audio and video, I can't join it. I've got to turn off the Streamlabs or it won't. Okay, invite. Oh, here we go. I don't hear anything. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I can hear you now.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, I can hear you.
There you go. Okay. Now
Hey, I can hear you now.
I gotta turn down. Hold on 1 second.
Invisible,
Okay.
you want to come up?
So can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
I'm turning down my volume so I can barely hear you, but it won't reverb.
Okay.
So now minimize this window, your whole StreamYard window, bring it back down so you can see your whole channel.
Okay. Oh, I can see it on
Right.
the other monitor.
Yeah, back to where you were. Actually, you know what? Let me put in some your that way it doesn't pick that up.
Well, I've got a
Oh, now you're nice and loud.
okay, cool. Hey, everybody that's watching in there right now, I'm going to stop the stream and restart it again with it over at using StreamYard. So come on back in and we'll have it on there. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do this and stay sane. So I will see y'all in a few minutes. TP says you've always got audio issues. Okay, here we go.